I'd already decided it was going to be my last night in Max's village. I was sorry to be leaving, but I was restless again.
Beware! The day grows dark, and demons stalk the gap by night.
Hush, old woman, stop your superstitious nonsense. Besides, this is the best time of day for fishing, eh, Milo?
Yes, Dad. Look, Foster! I use these broken sensors to make a fish alarm. It detects the fish before it bites.
Nice work, Milo. Milo was just like me as a boy, and the tech skills I'd taught him would help the village after I left.
Do you really have to go, Foster? How can we ever pay you back for all you've done?
It's been my pleasure, Max. One of Anita's pies will be payment enough. I owed the Gap folks so much. My first tribe fostered me when I was orphaned all those years ago. They taught me how to recycle tech scavenged from city dumps. Soon, I even built myself a playmate.
I'm your friend. Call me Joey.
Joey and I were always together. As I grew, I upgraded him. He became the best friend I ever had. But then...
Foster! Foster, wake up! The sensors detect a fish. It's a big one.
What the? It was no fish.
Max, keep back! Milo!
Dad! What are they?
Max! Drop him, you...
Dad! Foster! Help me! Help me!
Milo had gone. The machine, too. But its riders had left something behind.
Max? Milo? What's happened, Foster? Where's my son? Max? Max? Oh, no! I told them there were demons stalking the dark.
The stalker that attacked us was a machine, not a demon.
Please, Foster, I don't understand. What happened?
I told Anita everything I could, though I knew very little. Max was barely conscious. I could only hope that with Anita's loving care, he would recover. As for me, I had to follow Milo and his captors immediately. I'll bring Milo home, Anita. I promise.
Thank you, Foster. I know you will.
Dawn was breaking as I left the village. The featureless wastes of the Gap stretched away from me. Night followed day, then day dawned once more. Time lost meaning as the tracks beckoned me ever forward. Determination had long replaced sadness. Whatever it took, I would find Milo. The tracks were barely visible now, blurred by the wind. But I was sure I'd reach their destination soon. Then I saw the thing I feared the most approaching. Sandstorm. I battled forward, but now could only guess that my direction was correct. I decided to save my energy and sank into an exhausted sleep. Maybe the old woman was right. Maybe demons did stalk the Gap. For as it shrieked and thundered around me, the storm brought back my nightmare once more. Union City security was attacking. As my tribe screamed in terror, I salvaged Joey's motherboard. Taken captive, I couldn't save my village. But I survived when the security copter crashed, entering Union City. On the run, I soon got Joey working. Upgraded yet again, He helped me overthrow the evil that ran the city. As I left, I told him to make the citizens happy. Union City was no place for me. I wanted to be where I could do most good, helping the scattered people of the Gap. I woke to find the storm had passed. But not without finishing its cruel work. The tracks were gone. I was lost, and so, I feared, was Milo. Then, I heard them. Gang birds, scavengers, and in this wasteland, that meant only one thing: people. Despair turned to hope. I was sure that if I could find where the stalker had gone, I would find Milo. Then, in the distance, I saw a girl crouching over a body. The girl was holding a device to the lifeless hand. Hey, excuse me.
Who the hell are you?
I'm searching for a vehicle that...
Ah, no! Damn birds!
Wait, I just... Whatever that device was, the bird had it now. No way I was going to get between those birds and their feast. The gang birds were eyeing up the corpse hungrily. A corpse lay propped against a rock. I needed to check out that body. It was the only clue I had. There were few things that would scare gangs, and a crowbar was not one of them. I would need to find another solution. The girl had been doing something to the guy's hand. I wondered what. He'd clearly been dead for days. The logo. I'd seen it before. On the androids that had taken Milo. The girl was my only lead. I had to follow her. Union City. I was back. I'd heard rumors of how the city had thrived since I'd left Joey in charge. I was finally going to see for myself.
Welcome, unregistered Gaplander.
Well, hi. And you are?
Community Welfare Droid 2CU at your service. To commence your Union City registration, please make your way to the immigration terminal.
That's okay, I'm not here to register. I'm looking for...
If you're looking for the immigration terminal, it's right over there. Thank you.
I've never seen a droid like you.
And I've never seen a Gaplander like you.
I bet. And what is it you do?
I tell Gaplanders like you to visit the immigration terminal and register.
Let me know how that goes. So how do I register?
Easy. Just go to the immigration terminal and you'll get a U-chip for your temporary ID. The correct route is indicated by these signs.
Sounds easy.
It is. Without it, you won't be able to interact with any of the Minos devices in this area.
I'm looking for a vehicle that maybe came this way.
A vehicle? Well, this is a freight entrance. So, you're in the right place.
Right. I need to find a boy called Milo. He was...
What you need to find is the immigration terminal. It's right over there.
What exactly is a U-chip?
Don't they teach you Gaplanders anything? A U-chip stores your ID and personal data in a micro-implant. The immigration terminal is easy to find. What's keeping you? The correct route is indicated by these signs.
How do I get to immigration?
The terminal is at the wall end of the garden. The correct route is indicated by these signs. Soon as you've registered, you can access the Minos devices.
Remind me how to register with Union City?
The immigration terminal is back there in the gardens. You want a U-chip? That's where you've got to go.
Thanks. What's this Minos you mentioned?
Minos is the interconnected computer system that is everywhere and controls everything.
Everything? That sounds very similar to Link.
For the convenience of all citizens. And, word to the wise, no U-chip, no access to the Minos devices. Not even the vending machines. So go register.
Can you tell me about any vehicles that came through here a couple of nights ago?
Read my lips. Immigration terminal. Register. You.
Can you help me find a missing kid?
You want to file a missing persons report? Go register.
Have you seen a boy called Milo?
No, but I do see an unregistered Gaplander.
Thanks for your time.
Pleasure.
The sign was directing me towards immigration. It was a tire or modern art. I couldn't tell which. I wondered if the citizens minded being electronically tagged with these U-chips. The city sounded far more affluent than it was 10 years ago. The sign was directing me towards immigration. I guess this was the immigration terminal.
Welcome to the Union City Registration Terminal. Please place your hand below to receive your U-chip implant.
Ouch! A U-chip had been implanted into the palm of my hand. I wasn't sure how it was going to help me. I'd learned to think twice before just slapping my hand on something.
Authorized citizen ID required.
The gangs looked mean and ugly.
Cleaning droid buddy. It'll take on the hard work, so you don't have to. Do any. The Ministry of Wellbeing Reflection Spa, a luxurious haven to reflect on what it means to be a part of the world's greatest city.
It was a statue of my friend Joey. I couldn't imagine why they would have erected it. If Milo had been taken this way, I was sure Joey would help me find him. I needed to find someone around here who'd seen the stalker.
Citizen, welcome to the abridged audio-visual Union City fact file. The Union City walls were forged in 1994 by a small team of resilient workers. A common misconception is that the team was formed of Australian citizens. This couldn't be further from the truth. The city wall was constructed using British steel imported, along with workers, from Hull in the United Kingdom. Many of the citizens of Union City can trace their ancestry back to that small and very dedicated group of immigrants. This concludes your requested fact. Please return for an all-new Union City fact. And remember, be vigilant. This message is sponsored by the Ministry of Comfort. Citizen, welcome to the abridged audio-visual Union City fact file. You may have noticed that there are a large number of gang birds in this area. These beautiful and appealing birds are a member of the cockatoo family and are categorized by a large wispy crest found on the top of their heads. Gang are endemic to this region and are found in heavily populated areas. The birds may startle easily, but they are particularly efficient predators and can often be found carrying non-food items that they have taken a shine to. This concludes your requested fact. Please return for an all-new Union City fact.
The guy looked like he'd been out in the sun a bit too long. Smelled like it, too. Sir, excuse me, sir. Are you?
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
No, I'm not selling any...
A likely story. Name's Wendell. Joe Wendell.
Nice to meet you.
That remains to be seen.
I'm looking for a vehicle.
Well, mate, today's your lucky day. This is a vehicle.
No, I'm looking for a special vehicle.
But Brucey is special. All he needs is his power cell and we'll be on our way.
The vehicle I'm looking for had 4 legs and no wheels.
A vehicle with legs? Think you've got bats in your belfry, mate.
I saw what I saw. They kidnapped a kid from my village.
You're not the first I've heard talking about kids going missing in the Gap. But I've never seen any come through here.
Listen, you haven't seen a child come through here, have you?
Hey, pinch something of yours?
No. He was kidnapped.
Oh, I see. Sorry to hear that. Have you asked those kids over by the playground? They've been here a lot longer than me.
I take it this is your truck?
It's got my name on it, don't it?
Your name is... W?
Well, some of it.
And what exactly is it that you're hauling?
Until I get the old boy back up and running, absolutely nothing. Old Bruce is taking a turn for the worse.
When the power cell is working, what are you hauling then?
Mini Ks. Artisanal, organic, handcrafted protein cylinders. At least that's what it says on the packet.
Sounds expensive.
Doesn't it? Between you and me, they're just knackwurst sausages. But these city folk love a tagline.
So, your truck is full of mini knockwurst?
You betcha. Mini K, best in the gap. Even contains some real meat. You're welcome to take a handful. Back of the truck's open, although the doors like to play silly beggars.
Oh?
Requires a special technique. Ritual, you could call it.
Ritual?
Aye. Now listen carefully. Step 1, give the bumper a wallop. Step 2, do a little jig. Step 3, pull the door and jerk it hard.
Wallop, jig, pull. That it?
That's it, lad. And remember the order.
Those mini Ks you mentioned.
As I say, grab an handful. Truck's open.
The doors, they're locked.
Not locked. Oh, and I'm all out of lubricant.
So how can I get in?
Didn't you First off, then.
A jig.
Aye.
Pretty
Have to move with the times, pal.
Your truck's powered.
Aye. Emptier than a politician's vows. There was a sandstorm put the bridge over yonder out of action. I was told to go park for a few hours. Turned into a few days. Trying to keep the mini Ks cool in this heat emptied the power cell. I wasn't stingy on the aircon, mind, or the margarita blender up in the cab. A working man needs his creature comforts. Anyway, 13.7 volts drained to naught. And they still haven't fixed that blooming bridge.
And you've been sat here ever since?
No choice, until they send someone out to juice up Bruce's power cell. Someone competent, I mean.
Mind if I take a look at the power cell? I'm pretty handy with this sort of stuff.
Obsworth has it. Told me he'd have it charged in a jiffy.
Great. How long ago was that?
About 1 million jiffies ago. My guess is it's either gathering dust or it's being ground to dust.
So all you need to get into the city is a...
Land snake's alive?
No. I had this sinking feeling that the wrecked power cell in Hobsworth's hut was the one that Wendell hoped would power his truck. Any vehicles, specifically?
Only thing's been through here recently, a bit.
See, I've been following these...
All right, pal. Didn't ask for your life story.
What was that you...
Look.
Go on.
Oh, just root. One man's kidnapping is another man's wandered... No kids round here. Oh, except those young bucks. Oh, sorry I can't help.
How long have you...
Lost count, but the delicious aroma emanating...
Aren't you worried that they, might be going rancid?
Oh, nothing that a healthy chlorine wash won't fix.
You sure you haven't...
Those land trains pass through up top every few minutes. Nothing down here, though.
How do I open the back of the...
1, 2, 3...
Wallop, jig, pull. Got it. How do I open...
1, 2...
Wallop, jig, pull. Got it. There was a strange smell, and it was coming from the I reminded myself of the collective noun, a murder of gangs. The gangs clearly weren't scared of me, or my crowbar. One of the posts was jammed. I called upon my extensive background in engineering.
Well, hey! It's working! Hey, we fixed it!
Yeah, piece of cake.
Dude, council sure is shining in my direction today. Do you know how many times I've scanned this thing? The last scan must have done the trick. You see, I'm the diagnostician and tech expert around here. Name's Obsworth. What can I do for you?
How are things going with Wendell's power cell?
It's in my office.
But how long until it's charged?
It's hard to say, but it's on my list.
Tell me about Joey.
Praise Joey. Not a day goes by where I don't thank him for the happiness and prosperity he brought to Union City.
Joey and I go way back. We must be talking about the same one.
Well, it depends. Our Joey was kind, benevolent, generous, firm, resolute, moral, was magnanimous, proactive, and a friend to all citizens alike. Does that sound like your Joey?
My Joey was more of a sarcastic pain in the... But he was my best friend. Any updates on when...
Not yet, but I'll get onto it soon.
So what's your...
And
what exactly does a diagnostician...
I find problem.
And fix...
No, I just diagnose them. Minos fixes them.
Do you need technical...
Of course! You need to know exactly where to point your scanner. See, I come to work and I pick up my scanner here, and then I report the problem. My interventions are key to the smooth running of Union City.
Nice jacket.
Oh, thanks. I like yours too.
Hey.
Where's the little dude headed? On an adventure, is he?
Oh no. Snatched from his...
Oh, right. Nope. Now, if you don't mind...
Work order. Authorized citizen ID required.
Excuse me?
Well... Great, I'll bet. By the way, just so you know...
Yes, of course, no problem. I'm looking...
What kind of...
Well, I didn't get a good look, but I know it had...
Legs? Would...
Not this one. It walked on the sand.
Whoa. That doesn't... And I've got more magazines under my bed than you can even imagine.
See you around, Hobbs.
Oh, let me thank you properly. Give me...
Oh.
There you go. Your kudos just got a boost.
Thanks, I think.
Keep a smile.
Authorized citizen ID required.
The hologram showed a young woman in uniform. The hologram was already active.
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Welcome to Union City. My name is Greta. It is my duty and pleasure to answer any questions you may have about Union City and the local area. How may I help you today?
This U-chip thing, what does it do?
It allows you to interact with all the Minos devices in the area, as well as storing all your personal information.
Sounds kinda invasive.
We prefer the word transformative, sir.
So is Joey still...
He was, until just a few years ago.
That doesn't sound good. Hope he didn't screw things up.
Not at all, sir. Joey the Savior was a great leader. Citizen happiness reached unprecedented levels.
Good to hear it. I happen to be an old friend.
Oh, we're all friends of Joey, sir. Gone but not forgotten.
Have a nice day.
In...
The bridge seemed to be operated by some sort of hand scanner.
Error. Insufficient permission. Citizen ID required.
There was something strange about the water, and there was an unmistakable smell of ozone. Up close, I could see the water was holographically concealing an electric fence? There was an electric fence back there. I wondered if it was live.
Ow!
I was shocked to discover that it was. No wonder the gangs kept clear of this death trap. It looked like the sculpture had seen better days. Unless that was the intention. A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old deflated tires. Grabbit's Independent Traders. I'd bought from sketchier places out in the Gap.